Hey, Most Amazing Top 10 family, I'm your host, Jay Arena. Welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. What would life be like if we didn't have demons running around ruining everything for all of us all the time? We'd probably all have flying cars, be able to talk through telepathy, and be as smart as Elon Musk, every single one of us. Well, maybe demons aren't real, and we only have humanity to blame for all these evil things. And we shouldn't look to ghosts to solve our problems. But that means I would have to take responsibility for my own actions, and that doesn't sound fun at all. I would rather put together today's list of top 10 things left behind by demons part 2 and blame all my problems on that. That seems way more fun and way more mature. If you haven't seen part 1, you should go check that out right now and stick around for the whole list because I'm going to be doing some more pet shoutouts, which you guys love so much. If any of you at home want me to shout out your pet, you can hit me up on Instagram. And if you're looking to grab some Most Amazing Top 10 merch, then check out the link in the description below. Use the offer code MA10. This will give you $5 off. And without taking any longer, let's get into this list. At number 10, we have demonic language. We have seen this throughout time. The devil or demons will come through a person and force them to speak in a demonic language. Sometimes it sounds like a deep, guttural growl that will make the hair on the back of your neck stand up. It'll sound like the devil himself is wearing someone's skin and now holding the person hostage. And sometimes it sounds super fake and it gets shared all over the internet as a meme. That happens too. But many religions believe that the devil will communicate to people through his own language. The most common speech people recognize is tongues. I'm sure you guys have seen videos of people flying around while they're getting exercise and their tongue starts flapping out of their mouth like Grandpa Joe licking a wall. People also used to think that the devil's language could have been hidden in rock and roll, and you could hear it if you played a vinyl in reverse. But it's safe to say that if you hear someone talking crazy in that tongue's language, you might want to avoid them. At number 9, we have condemned homes. From researching countless ghost stories and haunted homes from working here, I know a thing or two about how to get rid of a demon. And in most cases, people call a priest, they get them to come over and flow and do the whole like, ooh, holy work and blah blah blah, God's love, and it pushes out the dark spirit, and then they can live in the home happily ever after, and the spirit is out of there faster than Ariana Grande dropped Pete Davidson. But there have been a few cases I've read about where there wasn't enough holy water in the world to take the darkness in their home and push it out. The people living there had to abandon all hope and move to a whole new place. Homes no one would dare to enter because it now belongs to a dark demon force. This usually caused by someone summoning the evil through a Ouija board or some sort of satanic ritual. In this case, people who left the home are so horrified that they have never gone back, so I don't have updates on whether or not the demon would move on, but you have to imagine a demon so strong that the Pope himself would have to come down to blast this dark spirit out, and that's a movie I would want to watch. Pope versus the demons? That'd be cool. At number 8, we have the SMURFS. Wait, what? You mean those little blue dudes that walk around singing songs that the thing that was a kids show back in the 60s? Yeah, a group of Jehovah's Witnesses believed that the SMURFS were demonic and some sort of creation of the devil. There was a group of people writing on Reddit about how their Smurf toys would come to life while their kids were sleeping and attack them, which I would put money on being untrue, but people do have very strong imaginations, and who knows, it didn't happen to me. And this isn't something from the 60s when the SMURFS first came out and maybe people were afraid of the cartoon. Claims of the SMURFS being demonic stretch all the way to 2011. So in the modern era where people have cell phones and Google and there are real things to be afraid of like ISIS, people are still talking about the SMURFS being monsters. I think that's how you know you're privileged. Some people have tried to give this theory a backbone by claiming that the word Smurf means demon in German, but that's very untrue. Google translate it and you can find out in 2 seconds. At number 7, we have instruments and music. The devil is a really bad dude, but I guess you could say he got one thing right. If some of the religious texts are correct and he did create music, then we gotta give him a little love for that one. But he also created suffering for the whole world, so we don't have to give him too much love, just a little bit. The belief that music is demonic spread through a few different religions. In Islam, some people believe that the devil conjured up musical instruments after he heard the beautiful singing voice of David. He was like, who's that dude showing off? He's not gonna sound better than this sick solo. Some Muslims even believe that music could be the cause of disease and diabetes. But for any of our Muslim viewers, I understand that this is a very extreme viewpoint. Only the most conservative people will forego music. Me saying all Muslims don't listen to music is like me saying all Christians don't go to the doctor and they wait for God to heal them. A vast majority of people in all religions get down with music in whatever way they like. At number 6, we have a host. Out of all the things I would like to avoid in my life, having a demon use my body as a bachelor apartment is high on the list, and I would like to skip it. It doesn't seem like a fun time, but if you're not one of the lucky ones, then some nasty demon might choose you as its host. From the reports I've read, most people survive this. This will leave the host mentally scarred and needing some hardcore therapy, but they will survive. In some cases, the demon will try to return to the same host, or even use multiple hosts, jumping from one to another. Doesn't seem like a very fun way to spend your weekend. At number 5, we have temptation. Of course. If it wasn't for demons, we would all be abstaining from sex, be super ripped because we don't want to eat any unhealthy food, and we would all be running self-sustaining homes with like 5 dogs that are super cute and we would cuddle them all the time. Life would be perfect. But sadly, thanks to demons, not our own lack of self-control, we don't have any of these things. Many religions believe that all forms of temptation are caused by the devil. So when you feel the urge to eat a Big Mac, it's the devil leaving a little spell on you. I even read some reports from a doctor who had to go work overseas to help men who had internal bleeding. The reason they got internal bleeding was from snapping their own erections in half. There was a group of hyper-religious men who believed that their erection was caused by the devil. It was from him working his way into their body and making them crave sex. I think this is an extreme case, like oh my god, this is pretty nuts. Just talking about it hurts my body. But I'm just telling you this so you have an understanding of how seriously people think that temptation is the work of the devil or a demon. At number 4, we have famine. I mean, of course this is the work of a demon. Famine is one of the 4 horsemen. Having billions of people die from starvation doesn't seem like it would be God's work or an angel. The Bible talks of the devil taking food from man in a way to torture and punish him. Starvation is one of the worst fates in the Bible, and it's related to one of the 10 plagues of Egypt. When the locusts come, they eat all the crops, which will lead to mass starvation. When the horseman famine rides through, he carries a scale. Weighing a harvest on a scale is something that would decide whether or not someone would be getting enough money to live or go home and die from starvation. This could all be fancy symbolism, but it still makes you worry about the dark forces that could be damaging your food supply. At number 3, we have cigarettes. When Christopher Columbus brought tobacco back to the New World, people were terrified of it. They saw a man breathing smoke and immediately related this to the work of the devil. Once King James saw how habit-forming this was, he said tobacco was disgusting. Of course, you can see to this day with the view of cigarettes, the king didn't get his way and wasn't able to stop the popularity of this drug. But the evolution of it has been extremely sinister. Now we have massive cigarette companies that prey on people through habit-forming tactics and siphon money out of them until they die. Cigarettes have been nicknamed cancer stick and linked to a laundry list of diseases, all while CEOs become billionaires on the back of sick people. When you look at it like that, the facts all seem like they're coming from some sort of demonic force. At number 2, we have disease. Before demons and darkness, the world must have been a dope place. You could just eat whatever you want and not need to worry about heart disease. That sounds like a paradise. But there are excerpts from the Bible that suggest disease was conjured by witches making a pact with the devil for power. They used this power to torment humanity by spreading disease through their magic. These people who decided to master the dark arts wanted power, and it came at the cost of our health. During the 1300s, when the Black Plague was taking out 1/3 of Europe, many people believed that it was the work of the devil. I mean, it makes sense. It's the 14th century, there's no internet, and everyone around you've ever known is dying in horrible ways, and you literally need to burn the body so the disease doesn't spread. That seems very demonic. So every time you get sick, it might be the work of the devil. Maybe drink some holy water just in case. And for the number 1 spot, we have the Illuminati, the shadow government that runs the world and is in charge of everything. They are the ones that killed Jeffrey Epstein. I'm saying it now because we all know it. It was the Illuminati, baby. We know this kind of stuff. Now I'm on a hit list for sure. Most of the conspiracy theories out there think that the Illuminati is the work of the devil, that they worship Satan, and have a bunch of weird rituals where they cut people's heads off, kill babies, wear owl suits, and worship the Dark Lord. And it's said that the Illuminati has been around for hundreds of years and has infected every level of power, from religion to government to entertainment to military. There isn't anything that the devil worshippers haven't been able to corrupt, and we're all sheep along for the ride. If these claims are true, it would be very safe to say that the Illuminati was left behind by demons and possibly even run by demons. And if they are as powerful as we might think, then we only have 2 options. We can come together and fight for humanity and push out the devil worshipping corruption, or you could just go to your local costume shop, buy a couple of owl suits. If you can't beat them, join them. We're all out here trying to get famous, baby. Yeah, there's one way or another. Alright everyone, that has been our list, and as promised I'm going to be doing some more pet shoutouts. Remember, if you want me to shout out your pet, you can hit me up on Instagram. I pick new pets every day, so if you don't get picked one day, you can message back another day. If it takes me a little while to get back to you, I'm very sorry. I have a lot of these to do, and without taking any longer, let's shout out some pets. First we have Jordan's 2 cats and his dog. You just pick one. One of these cats has pajamas on, and it's amazing. Then we got the good boy Pickles. He's good at snugging, I can just tell. Then we have Remy. He's a good boy in the snow. Love it. He's loving the snow. I love him. After that we have Kiri and Tahi. A couple of little floofers running around in the sun. Then we have Abigail. Look at her beautiful turtleneck. Are you serious? This dog is amazing. And finally we have Castor and Micah. They are chill cats lounging around. They own that couch. Alright everyone, that has been our list. Thank you all so much for tuning in. As always, I would love it if you could like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell if you feel like a demon. Until next time, I've been Shade Arena, and if a demon has been ruining your life, I don't know, then you have something to blame it on. Bye.